Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and today I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Capricorn. If Capricorn is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. Okay, and I'd like to mention this is a Capricorn bonus. I knew I was going to need it's a Capricorn bonus. This is not the main reading of the week. Capricorn comes out on Tuesdays, so look for the regular Capricorn reading on Tuesday. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at what we have going on here. And now we have the moon card to accompany this reading and kind of cast its energy upon. So let's see how that kind of coincides with these formations. Okay. All right. So I'd like to start right here. And we have a person who is kind of in this emotional, spiritual zone. They have maybe like a backpack or carrying a child on their back. They are kind of out there journeying, walking, going on some kind of adventure, migration, something, right? And so we have movement, we have some kind of change, especially emotionally, but also very much in that spiritual zone. I really feel like you have been compelled to kind of hit the road in some ways. I think that things, as they do with that moon energy, they cycle, the ebb and flow, they wax and wane, and so the tides change, and suddenly everything feels quite different. So definitely some kind of shift there. Okay. I also see that we have a rabbit here, which is next to a some kind of wild cat. I look at this, I think of maybe a bobcat, a lynx. A lynx I think has no tail, or maybe the bobcat has no. I can't remember. One of them does not have a tail. But whatever it is, it looks like a wild cat. Okay, and you can see from its haunches here, kind of the long foot. And so we see the rabbit, we see the wild cat out there. I can tell you, I live out in the middle of nowhere, basically. A lot of farm cats around, and which, is not my favorite. I love cats, don't get me wrong, but I also love the other animals. And so when they come into the yard and they start kind of causing a ruckus with my squirrels and such, and you can hear them. The squirrels out there are not shy about, their war cry. They're sounding the alarm. But also, there are rabbits too. So, there is this energy of, the rabbit being quite abundant. Right? It also is 2023, the year of the water rabbit, with this predator animal, and a prey animal. Okay, kind of coming head to head here. It feels like there can be some amount of difficulty, or at least the circumstances aligned in such a way that there could be something coming up, some kind of person taking advantage of you, or a situation where You know, things don't shake out very, it's not very fair, right? So, you know, I think that it's important for you to keep your eye out, be discerning, you know, and really kind of consider what people's motivations are, okay? You know, I'm talking to Capricorn. I think you already are usually on top of this. But with this energy, be careful because, as we know, or if you don't know, cats are the #1 killers. They are. They do. They're out there hunting all day long. If they are outside, cats, you know, of a house cat on up. And so we must be careful. And no, speaking of, heard me say cat more than once. No, come over here. Over here. Not up on the table. Over here. Thank you. I'll give you a pet. Now you gotta get moving, buddy. Go on now. He's gonna come up either way. I can't stop him. All right, so let's move on. What are we gonna see here? Now, I see the same cat actually right here, and it's interesting because I see kind of a cross with with a flag of some kind hung on it, which we know is usually a sign of, well, I don't know if this is always it, but in my mind's eye, I think of a scene of maybe a battle of some kind, and it is a kind of memorial, okay? So, no, please don't get your buns in the, come on. Don't show the whole world everything, okay? You silly. Come on. All right, you blessed the video. Bless the reading. Oh, and now I'm going to have to hold ya. Give me a love. Oh, I love you so much. I know. Why don't you go find a spot on the bed and go lay down for a while, okay? Here. And we'll cuddle. I promise. Oh, I know. I know. Oh, there he goes. Big boy. Okay, so some kind of battle, okay? And I don't know that you have lost this one. I don't know that you've won this one, but I feel like there's just a sense of things just feeling a little bit off, okay? And I think that you're just, more than anything, feeling like with this energy around, this predatory energy, this person who is scheming, it really puts you on edge. I feel like this coupled with our moon energy, which, let me say, I love the moon, but there is a deep sense of melancholy that can come with it. This is something that could make you feel frustrated, irritable, kind of quick to isolation, pushing people away, even kind of feeling a little bit aggressive. So, it kind of makes sense. All this would be happening in your mind, or at least where you are, kind of playing these things out, feeling like, okay, this person's around here trying to use me or take advantage of me or whatever, that you kind of just, shut down. Like you've already, it's already done. There is defeat here, and I laugh just because I understand that feeling so much. Sometimes it's like, I just don't have it in me to fight with this person. I don't care, to continue on with this, this narrative. I will, you win. Get out of here now, go on, move along, So, I think that this is really, I feel like this person feels like they got one over on you. I feel like you just are not interested in fighting with them. So, you know, I don't feel like it's actually that they have won anything, or that they have gotten over on you, but I feel like you are willing to let them feel like they won so they can go about their way, right? And so, I also see we have a boat and we have a bird. It kind of reminds me of that bird from Snoopy, with some kind of, I forget what those are called. It's not a paddle, but like in the, like in Venice where they have the long poles, you know, to, with their boats, the gondolas. I don't know what the poles are called, but they are for steering the boat. And so this also is actually kind of in line with the vision of the river Styx, kind of the river that flows through the one of the rivers. I think there are 4 or 5 or something, but one of the rivers. And so we have the psychopomp who takes you down the river, and so you go for judgment, right? Well, you know, I think all of this is kind of just more of a state of mind, right? I ultimately think it's maybe the time of year. It's the alignment of things. There has been this energy of just feeling out of sorts, just feeling like you really want to go into yourself. You want to, you know, spend time with the things that you fully understand, like your work, your passions, you know, where you really excel. And all this other stuff is just so agitating. It just really feels like it gets to you. You just feel overwhelmed. You are willing to just kind of concede to it all. At least that is kind of the, you know, defense mechanism. Letting people think, oh yeah, they, you know, making yourself smaller so that they will just kind of leave you alone. And, you know, ultimately, I like this. I like this method of getting rid of people. It's just make yourself as uninteresting as possible, right? You know, let them think that they're the ones that really are the star. And that's okay, fine, cool, you know. But, you know, I think that ultimately there is a sense of it being a little morose, but then we have that bird, and it looks, if you remember the bird from Snoopy, and I think his name's like Woodstock or something, but he is like ever positive, happy, you know, he takes a few tumbles here and there, but he's always getting back up and trying to help his friend out. And so I feel like beneath it all, there really is this spirit of, you know, I'm not going to say it's just positivity, but I do think that there's a spirit of joy, you know, little joys, really, you know, underneath excitement. Looking forward to the things that you really care about, all this other tedium and whatever, you know, it really ends up just being kind of, and I look over here and it looks like that Godzilla, right? And I feel like you experience people who just come in and make a fuss. They make problems, drama, whatever. It feels like just a monster coming through and trying to rip up your life. You don't even want to engage it. It just seems like, you know, why would anybody waste their time behaving this way? Like, we have so many things to get to, and it's tiring and it's boring and it's, you know, what good is it? And actually that thing's head just fell. And there we go. And then its head falls off. And, you know, I think ultimately we're back to packing up the bags and getting on with it. It just is not of interest. It is not anything that you want to put your energies into. And I can see we have, again, it looks like now here a person kind of, and I keep getting this sense of like the boat, the person on the road, this kind of, at the most extreme, giving up everything and just going. I'm done. You have it. Take it. I'm done. Almost like a divorce where you're just like, I'm tired of fighting over every little thing. You take it. You want it so bad. Have it. You know what I mean? But in the smaller way, just kind of tuning somebody out. Just not even looking at the message, just kind of taking a full detox from phone, text, social media, whatever, just kind of in your own world, doing your own thing. And maybe if you have some time off in these next, month and a half or whatever, for any of the mini holidays that are going on, wherever you are in the world, maybe take advantage of